Hello and welcome back. We are in the home stretch, the last 9 holes of the 2017 Green Mountain Championship presented by Discraft from beautiful Smuggler's Notch Resort in Vermont. BigSexy commentary here with you, myself, Nate Sexton, and Jeremy Koling.
Nate Doss has extended his lead from 3 strokes over Michael Johansen to 4 strokes over Michael Johansen. Just 9 holes to play. Do you think there's any chance for these guys to come back and make a run?
I do. I mean, there is so much going on here. You know, for Nate, obviously a great champion, and I still would say he's easily the favorite to win at this point, but he will admittedly say it's been a long time since he's won a big event, and I gotta think that there's some nerves there with anybody.
I think the last big win that Nate had was 2012.
I think you're right.
And it might have just been the last PDJ win that he's had outside of like a fun event, maybe in Thailand, or he's had some wins, but nothing actually on tour in several years, which is so surprising because he's always, the perennial, a solid, consistent player, but he hasn't shown us that winning side of Nate Doss golf and in many years. So it will be interesting to see how he maintains his composure heading into these last holes.
Yeah. These guys are absolutely going to be charging. Ricky looks like he's coming in to just park this hole, and yes, he has. MJ predictably puts it 45, likely to be no problem.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put $25 that he makes that putt. And I have not seen this.
How much do these guys owe you?
Right now, I think the entire field of YouTube viewers, if you've been watching for the last couple months, going back to the Jeff Bennett Flick Rollers, I'm owed about $700.
Wow, you're doing great, man. Beautiful shot again. It's hard to resist FollowFlights on Cale's putter turnovers because they just come in so clean.
Look at that. That is so perfect. Beautiful.
Okay, get your wallets out, folks. MJ is lining it
Cash
up and knocking it down.
Yep, just
too easy.
What a weapon. I don't know, what just an advantage he has on me.
We got to hit the practice green.
Yeah, there's a great
putt from Nate up the hill, longer than it looked.
Yeah, probably came in at about the same distance as as MJ's putt, just because of how much further downhill he was. And we're gonna have 2 tap-ins for a star frame here. The stat that stands out for me. This hole went from a 52% birdie percentage to 77%.
Wow.
And I mean that's a huge difference.
Absolutely.
And with a third the field size, there was 40 birdies as opposed to only 65 round 1. So pretty close to almost the same number of birdies with this much smaller field size.
Wow. And Nate has done it. The 40 under barrier has been reached. Let's see how much farther he can go.
Incredible.
Hole 11, par 4, 175 meters, 575 feet. You're throwing pretty much as far as you can get going straight off the tee, because it is great to get close here so that you can navigate this tricky upshot down to this basket that is also surrounded by OB.
You want to be somewhat left from the tee, but if you go too far left, that OB does creep in on the left side of that hill. Well, the right side of the hill, but the left side of the fairway.
This is great.
But yeah, that's avoiding all the bad stuff and is a part of all the good stuff.
Yeah, it's got a heaping helping of the good stuff. A double scoop of the good stuff. And MJ,
he said, I'll have some of that good stuff. Maybe you can pass over a plate of that good stuff. I'll have that, please.
Big bowl of it. Perfect.
And you can see there, if he drifted another 15 feet, he probably would have been OB.
Yep.
But he didn't drift 15 more feet, so he's safe.
Yep. Ricky going with a little bit more of a pure hyzer off the tee.
And this is the shot that can't get OB, and he is just stayed safe right there on the edge, but that is pushing it. He's going to have a really straight shot to the pin from there. I don't know. I kind of feel like the preferable angle is a little bit short of the gap, so you can throw a turnover. It's so hard to throw that short of an approach downhill, dead straight.
And with OB behind it going downhill, I find I usually weak the approach a little bit.
And Cale has not turned us over as much as I think he was trying to, but he has still made it to about the circle's edge.
Yeah, and looks like an open putt, so that's good. MJ with the purple banger.
That disc is so...
Oh, that's going to be okay. There is OB back there, but he's inbounds. The spotter will confirm.
And he's going to have to straddle putt that, which he is pretty familiar with doing. Coming from North Carolina, you're going to have a lot of straddle putts through the woods.
Nate going kind of backdoor with that. That surprised me that he took that gap, but it looks to have worked.
Yeah, we've seen 2 of the 3 approaches so far go down that back door, which is really surprising. That's kind of the route that I expected more players to go down, but that was too tight. He's
in bounds, I believe, though.
Yeah, he's going to be in bounds, but he's going to have a few trees in the way, and he's going to be just short of inside the circle.
Just low.
And the GPS is taking him to the wrong location there. If you didn't catch the front 9, that's global putting system. And Cale's GPS settings turned on.
Beautiful putt from Cale there. Down the hill, in for the birdie. MJ with the straddle. Zing. That's in.
Is that his wizard sound?
That was just the way. That's just what comes out. He just snaps those putts. It's just going straight in.
But that's still like if he's...
Yeah, sure. That might be his like abracadabra.
If he's procuring magical spell calls, I think zing might be his alakadabra.
Yeah, give it to him. And Nate with an uncharacteristic miss there. And splashes out his birdie from pretty close. That's not going to help his cause.
And that's going to give MJ that stroke back. So now he's 3 back after 2 holes in the front 9.
Here we are on hole 12, 380 feet over water the entire way, and then it's an island green once you get there. So, tricky shot, but the wind is down, the weather's good. I'm expecting some big high hyzers from these guys. Everybody's got plenty of power to clear 380, and this is a hole you're going to want to birdie.
Yeah, you're going to want to birdie this hole, but you can also bogey it really quick because that hillside right in front of the basket is a very steep slope. And it's not that soft of the ground. So if you hit it with the wrong angle, you can come back down the hill. First round, I saw AJ Risley hit the basket, roll a B, have to go to the drop zone, which is about 125 feet away.
Yeah.
And then during the last round, I saw Paul Ulibarri hit right below the pin, maybe about 7 to 10 feet away from the basket. He rolled a B and had to take his first bogey of the tournament.
Yeah, he made it even farther than Nate did. Swinging out a hyzer here. This looks like it's tracking back to the green. Very, very nice.
Yeah, that's exactly how you want to draw that up. Just hit the edge of the lip of the hillside there and scoop forward just a bit. And Nate has done that perfectly.
And Ricky going with a really high shot. Great for distance control. When you've got the power, you take the disc a little bit higher than your competitors and you can come in with a little bit less forward energy and really just spike right there.
Yeah, steep angle almost gave him a little bit of the pro backspin, and Cale's just not lifted his arm enough, and he come up a bit short there on his putt.
Look at this. MJ's drive is all the way under the rock.
Wow. I wonder if he has thrown a meteor.
Oh, wow.
Look at this. And the sorcery continues. Yeah, that's worth it.
That was pretty cool.
That's worth the SloMez. I'm always confused about that rule. I feel like...
Yeah, I think I would have thought you would have had to go backwards, but clearly, I mean, it's in. It's a birdie.
Yeah, he's got it too.
Yeah.
I always thought that you could play above your lie as long as it was still within the 11 inches or whatever this number of centimeters.
Oh my gosh. That is a rare spit for these baskets. I don't see that very often. That didn't even look to be going in that quickly. Terrible break for Ricky.
Yeah, that's a bad break, Ricky guy right there. That's on. It didn't even seem like he put it in there harder than he needed to. Wow. And that's going to derail some of that momentum that he may have had. 5 back now. Not that many holes to play.
No, he's going to need to get... Now, if we were wondering if he needed to be hyper-aggressive earlier, now he certainly does. Hole 13, 725-foot par 4. You got the OB area in between the two safe zones. We've got an elevated basket. I don't know if... I would love to see somebody try for the second zone, maybe Rick, but I don't know how advisable that is.
I don't know what it gains you. The pin is pretty reachable no matter where you land as long as you're safe. on
and
this
left,
hole.
as long as you're left.
Yeah, you need to be left. There, one tree that you see that's kind of changing colors there on the edge produces a somewhat pinched-in landing zone. You want to be off to the left side of the fairway to have a straight look at your second shot.
This looks really good. Getting up the hill to where he's going to have an open look. That's perfect. Cale is maybe a little bit low. I haven't seen many good skips on this hole.
Oh, wow. That's an anti-skip. He got a bad break there. He's going to have a really awkward second shot with the angle. And Ricky has definitely elected to play safe.
But it's a very good save.
Yeah, it's a good spot. He'll be looking at the pin from there. And Cale's going to have to probably go over the top of the big Anheuser. And over the top of the big Anheuser, he has thrown, and he has kept this thing moving right.
This could be pretty good.
That is a fantastic shot from where he was.
Incredible shot.
Yeah, he had to take a pretty overstable driver and put a ton of angle on it to get the disc to make the right shape there.
Over 400 feet, I would think.
And this is definitely a predator here from Nate. And by definitely, I mean I think it is.
That's good commentary right there. I think he's about 40 feet. I can't say for sure, but I think he is.
And Ricky has trusted a forehand over OB the whole way. And as you see, he is coming about 9 meters short of the pin to an elevated basket. That's a putt that I expect him to be giving a really good bid at.
And he threw a defender there, and I know that because I can read. MJ is out at the edge of circle 2, looks like. Going to be a long look.
And this is the 4th hardest hole on the course. And
ooh, close.
These guys, there's 3 putts here for birdie. MJ finally misses a putt, even though I don't know if you can even call it that.
Yeah. Oh, Nate just right and maybe a little low.
And maybe here's a chance for Ricky to get back into the swing of things here.
Yeah, I would think Rick is going to hit that putt, and he does.
Yeah, dead center. You can elevate your baskets as much as you want. You can put them on the edge of cliffs. It doesn't scare Ricky one bit.
You're not fooling him. Oh, no.
And that has fallen out to the right side. That derails any sort of chance I think Cale had at coming back at this one.
That's 2 holes in a row inside the circle, birdie putts that haven't quite found home. And that is not what you need when you're got a big deficit and not very many holes to go against one of the greatest players ever to play. Toss is in for par.
Just keep rolling there. Birdies and pars, birdies and pars.
And MJ also pars it.
Lifetime warranty, and 1% back to the planet. Tempercraft USA. Temper your thirst.
Hole 14 is a 350-foot par 3. The drive needs to go very straight. Test this telephone pole just a bit and then hyzer in past the trees to find the green. It's a tricky one because there are a few trees kind of right in the zone. You have to just kind of match your fade perfectly to get in there without taking a bad roll or a bad kick.
Yeah, I think the ideal play is just to throw mid-range and have it just swing in a little bit late. It looks like Ricky's going with the fairway driver. Still basically the same play. Just get over that hillside and let it swing in there. And Ricky's come up a little bit short, but got the nice roll to make him left with about 26 feeters. So
Yeah.
And this really does feel like the home stretch of the event.
Definitely. After the long walk, you're over here and you really feel like you're on the finishing holes. Last just a few to go. I often think it's less than 5 to go when I get here. It feels like you're pretty much done.
Yeah, I mean, just at the bottom of this hill is where you finish. So we'll be going down this hill, up on 15, up on 16, and then back down on 17 and 18. And but yeah, this is really not the break you wanted to have at this point.
No, that is not good.
And with MJ inside the circle a great deal, that could be one of those strokes that could make things interesting here.
He's only 3 back with 5 to play, so if it swings that way here, we have absolutely got a game. Cale may not be in the hunt to win at this point, but certainly still charging hard with that shot. And Nate looking for a big putt.
And look at that, still aggressive.
Yeah.
We saw that from Josh Anton earlier this year at the Ledgestone. As his lead continued to amount, he just got more and more aggressive. And that could be the end of Ricky's chances. He needed to make that putt to get within 3.
I think you're right about that. It's going to be very tough, needing perfect play.
And there's a guy who's in the hunt now, 2 back. Anything can happen on these last 4.
And Nate saves his par. We've got Cale with the perfect drive. Easy birdie.
And these guys right now are just jockeying for position in the top 4. At this point, there's no one on second card that can chase them. These guys have clearly separated themselves from the field all event. And you see Cale and Ricky are tied at 37 under. And I don't know, has it become a 2-man race now going into these last 4?
Pretty close to it, I think. This is hole 15 is a par 3, 380 feet, slightly uphill. Again, quite a few trees guarding the basket. So you kind of have either a very, very straight shot low or a big wide hyzer to try to access kind of the back door of this green.
Yeah, and the OB kind of keeps you honest on the backside here. You have to get this thing hyzering up the hill. Otherwise, you can scoot long OB with the downhill behind the basket. And that is a bad time for MJ to catch a tree there.
He's still in MJ range for sure, but an opportunity for Nate to kind of get some more insurance.
And Cale, if that thing doesn't hyzer out left, he could be pushing the OB long. Oh, and you see it come very close. I think he's safe, though. He's going to have an open look there from behind the basket, probably about 8 meters or so.
Ricky going huge hyzer, cutting inside and skipping through the trees. He should be all right from there. That's a pretty nice result.
Yeah, the GPS has never taken him to the wrong location from that distance.
Yeah, we will hope it never does. And Nate, maybe a little inside. Can this beat the trees? Of course.
And that's a way to solidify a lead right there. Great shot there from Nate Doss.
Yeah.
And this would be just huge.
Yeah, this is do or die time. Wow. How skinny is this line?
There isn't one, Nate. There is not a line.
All the chips are down, and MJ is just still connecting. That is incredible. He is one of the greats.
He's 38 years old.
Yeah.
He's going to be playing Masters in a year and a half.
Yeah.
Watch out. I'm calling it now. The guy's winning first world title he gets his hands on. First chance at.
Yeah.
The guy is so good, and his game is built around this consistency of his longevity in the game. He doesn't throw ultra hard.
Nope.
He's soft on his body. He's going to be able to be competitive for many years to come.
Yep.
And Nate with a really clutch birdie there. Nice putt there from Ricky.
Yeah, we thought maybe Nate parking that could get a stroke. No way. And that we've just got a star frame there. All right, just 3 to play. Hole 16, par 4 uphill, 560 feet. OB down the entire right side. The play here is going to be a big hyzer off the tee into the landing zone and then sort of a straight mid-range or putter shot up to the basket. I think we might see fireworks from Ricky, though. He may attempt to go for eagle here.
Yeah, he doesn't really do well with playing for jockeying for position for third or fourth. That doesn't bother him one bit. Doesn't.
Yeah.
If he doesn't win, he could take 20th place and you feel the same way he does about third.
Yep. Perfect shot there, right into the landing zone. Cale gonna play his game plan. It's a pretty long shot. I'm not sure if an eagle play makes sense for Cale.
Yeah, I don't know if there was really anyone that all weekend had a putt that went for it. And Ricky is certainly putting a move on this here, and this is looking great.
Wow.
And he's
100 feet.
Almost, that's within putting range. I'm sure he'll give that little jump putt throw half deal.
That was a pretty safe way to go for it, too. That was cool. I was expecting a little bit more over the OB carry. That big Anheuser drive.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to be aggressive, but he didn't have to be stupid, Nate.
Yeah, well, I think he probably could reach it over the corner, but it would be somewhat stupid.
This has just got to miss those wires there that are not in the way. He's parked.
Yep.
And coming down the stretch, this is the third easiest hole in the course. For these guys at this point, you have two players playing for third and fourth, and Ricky's really, you don't tell him that he's playing for third or fourth, but these two guys in all actuality, in all reality, are probably playing for third and fourth here.
Yeah.
This is a must-be at this point. If you par this hole, you've lost a huge bit of momentum heading into the last two.
And come on, Rick. Oh, just short on the eagle try. He's going to have a slam dunk birdie. This guy's got the best seat in the house.
And look at that, the little zipline tours right there on the course. And MJ proving that once again he is not human. This is a big putt for Nate.
Definitely.
Oh,
wow.
One back.
And that.
One back. And all of a sudden, that lead that seems so comfortable for the whole tournament is maybe not so comfortable.
No, not at all. And that is not a confidence-building putt there with just 2 holes to play. A one-stroke game here. Wow.
Oh, and look at this. Turns out there was one eagle.
Okay, nice.
Guess who?
Simone
Lizotta.
Nice.
Simon lays up, as he calls himself.
Nice. Hole 17, downhill, par 3, 400 feet, way around the corner. So this is a blind shot, and you have to move the disc very far left to get to the green. These guys are going to go big, big hyzer here. If MJ can park this, I mean...
This is putting the pressure.
Pressure is on.
Yeah, and yeah, that's as close to park as you're going to get at this point.
That's parked.
And MJ elects to go for the little bit less stable approach here, which is just fine, as you see. I mean, there's so many different ways to play this shot that swings so far to the left, or to the left. Big hyzer's definitely a play with a lot of angle with the overstable disc that'll just spike in.
Yeah, well, MJ's more of a glide player, where you're going to see Rick more of a power player.
And almost powers that right into the basket. That was a great ace run and park job at the same time.
It's time to seal this thing for Nate. He needs to play birdie here. I'm confident of that. MJ is just playing too well.
And there you go. What a great drive there from Nate. Does what he's been doing all event. Puts himself in the hunt there.
But he just missed from a very similar range.
That's true. And that right there is going to open the door for Ricky to get a stroke on Cale. Yep, tap in.
MJ putts first. Pressure shifts to Nate now. These putts get tougher and tougher the closer to the end of the tournament you get. This is not a gimme. Great shot.
Well done. He's going to have a stroke going into the last hole. Yeah, those pressure putts build up. I mean, especially when you feel like you've had that comfortable lead, and now all of a sudden it's not so comfortable, and people are tracking you down, and he's done such a good job maintaining that poise of a champion all the way through this event. Wasn't that long of a putt, but those things can seep into your brain and make things a little bit more difficult. And
making that putt is in a way like more impressive than like a 40-footer on the first hole.
Yeah, I agree.
Because it's so obvious what it means now.
Right.
Where when you're just out there performing, throwing shots, that's just what we do.
Right.
But then now you everything's there. You know that if you miss this, it's tied. Your destiny's kind of out of your control.
Right.
So that is a big shot to make. Hole 18 is a par 4, downhill the whole way, 775 feet. The ideal play is a big swinging hyzer with a right hand and moving out almost towards the OB on the left side to give you the biggest angle into the pin.
MJ needs to keep this one in bounds if he wants a chance.
Oh, he turned around pretty quick. Not that that's a bad sign sometimes from MJ, but this is tracking over there.
Oh, he is safe.
But he's pretty short.
That was a very safe play there from MJ. Kind of surprised in this situation that he didn't try to get down the hill. If nothing else, it kind of psychologically plays tricks on Nate there. This is match play at this point. This is no longer stroke play.
Yeah.
You've got to do whatever you can to get in your opponent's head if you want to make a chance.
Oh yeah, huge drive here. Has to be in bounds to have any shot.
And Nate has kept it
this
high
looks
with
really
the force,
good.
but it is flipped up perfectly. There's really no danger of this one skipping out anywhere besides dead center.
Perfect shot. He is going to be super happy with that. I think he should have a forehand to the green from there.
And better than that, he's going to be able to see what MJ is going to do first. And so that is going to allow him to change his plan accordingly if he didn't already have a safe play and lined up for this next shot.
Yeah. All right, here is MJ. Has to park this to shift the pressure back to Nate. He's gone turnover. This looks to be heading for the green.
What if he makes it?
Makes it. What? Oh man.
That would have...
He nearly did make that.
That was so close. I didn't think that he was playing aggressive with that tee shot, but that second shot was as aggressive as it gets. He catches the back wall and stays safe.
There's no way he's trying to make that. Do you think?
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, Nate's drive is very good. You're kind of grasping at straws if you're expecting Nate to make a mistake.
And here it is. This is the tournament.
Tournament.
If he puts this thing close. Oh, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. He has wrapped it up. Nate Doss is going to be your 2017 Green Mountain Open champion.
And like we said earlier, this his first big win in many years. And at a Discraft sponsored event, at an event where he brewed a collaboration beer. I mean, this is going to be one he will not soon forget.
And MJ has decided to be human finally after really there's, what are you going to do at that point? There's nothing you can do. No need to keep the jets going.
At a certain point, you're so close that nerves don't matter. And I think Nate has reached that distance where you can make that putt pretty much regardless.
And MJ is going to come up here, tap in first, and he's going to give honors to our champion.
Here he comes, Nate Doss. From 6 feet, SloMez, give it to him.
Yes.
Incredible performance from Nate, playing almost flawless golf. I mean, what did he get to, 45?
Just a whole bunch. I think it was 44, and he averaged 11 under per round. 11 under per round is not really something you would ever expect.
That's a huge performance. I mean, that's every bit of probably 1060 rated golf. Through the woods, through the open, over the OB, does not matter. Nate Doss is our champion. Really, really happy for him to win this event.
And second place, another Discraft player, Michael Johansen. Huge event for Discraft. Very well done from their top players. And Ricky Wysocki maintains that one-stroke advantage over Cale Leiviska. He's going to get third place.
Yeah.
Incredible event. So happy to be here this time of year. Just an amazing experience. Everyone has smiles on their faces when they leave this event.
Yeah.
And can't wait to come back here for the 2018 World Championships.
Yeah, I think it's going to be one of the great worlds that we've played in. I mean, the venue is so fantastic. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Jomez. Thank you, Smuggler's Notch. Thank you, the PDJ, Discraft, Jeremy, Fancy Dave. We couldn't do it without you guys, and we will catch you at the USDGC.
Hi, I'm Nate Sexton. This is my buddy Jeremy Koling.
Thanks for watching the videos, guys. If you enjoy the content that we're bringing you week in, week out, please like the video, subscribe to Jomez.
Yeah, and if you want to take it one step further, check out our Patreon accounts. Jomez has one, Germ has one, I have one. that monetary support is what keeps these guys out here on the road, Jomez I mean, and allows Jerm and I to dedicate our mornings every tournament day to bringing you guys the coverage that we've been bringing you so far. So thank you if you've already joined, and if you haven't, please think about it.
And if you want a chance to win this disc, leave a comment on this video below. Let us know what you think about the coverage. Give us a thumbs up. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Thank you. Hey, I'm Nate Sexton. This is my buddy Jeremy Koling.
Oh. In high school, Earl.
Do you remember what Coach Culpepper used to tell us? He throws a thumber. We were talking in southern accents and going, "Oh my word, Germ, that went over every limb."
That shot touched the angels.
Yeah, we said something like that. I don't know if they're up there, Germ, but if they are, the angels got a great view of that one.
Oh my God.